Hello and welcome back. So glad you've all tuned in for this fantastic update. So as we know, yesterday, Prince Harry's candid memoir, aptly titled Spare, took the world by storm. And this is monumental. The news of his book has instantly turned the Duke of Sussex into a best-selling author. Yes! The highly anticipated memoir may not be out yet, but it has soared to the top of the book charts on pre-orders alone. So get this. As of the moment of this recording, drum rolls please, Spare is now the #1 bestseller on Amazon and Barnes & Noble's, just as I said before, on pre-order sales alone. So that is terrific news. Not bad, Prince Harry. So as I'm looking over the product details of this book, looking over the Amazon website, we can see there that it is #1 in history in the Kindle store, #1 in memoirs in the same, and #1 in biographies of royalty. And that's all in the Kindle store. So a lot of you have bought your ebooks as well in advance, and that speaks to how amazing this all is. And there is just such tremendous hype and hunger for this book, getting it from, as I say, the horse's mouth. And I'm so proud of the Duke of Sussex for what he has achieved. For those who thought that he would just, him and Meghan would just disappear off somewhere, never to be spoken of or never to be thought of again. I mean, it just flies in the face of all of that. It just shows that they have tremendous appeal on so many levels. And I took some time today to watch a couple of outlets talking about this book, talking about how the royal family is also, quote, bracing themselves for this. And, it was quite interesting. I watched GB News, and they spoke about this book. And the thing that stood out to me was the newscasters themselves saying that they were going to get their books, and also drumming it up and saying that they were going to get the audio edition as well, that we all know the Duke of Sussex will be narrating his own book. So we'll get to hear it straight from him on a whole new level as well. You'll be able to hear his inflection on certain points and hear, how certain moments moved him in a whole new way. So there's that as well. So let me know right now in the comment section how many of you have already pre-ordered this book. Let me know in the comment section below. And congratulations to the Duke of Sussex again. He has just always had the love of so many people globally, and it's just tangible right here. So as we know, it's going to be an emotionally powerful tale of his own life, and we will get a chance to know what it was really like for Prince Harry growing up within the royal household as the, quote, spare. And as they've said in their release, that it will be a, quote, remarkably moving personal journey from trauma to healing, one that speaks about the power of love as well. So no doubt he'll possibly share about details about meeting his wife Meghan and the impact that she's had on him, and also perhaps now that he is in this whole new facet of being a father as well. He's always wanted to be a dad, so that's healing on a whole other level, and I cannot wait to hear about this. This book has so many people who don't usually even purchase the memoirs just going out to get it. And as I said before, the most impressive part of all this is even in quarters, I'm talking about people who are detractors of the Duke of Sussex, even those who just wanted him and Meghan to, just disappear after they step back from their roles. They themselves want to purchase and have already purchased their own copies. No doubt, even those who don't like them in many circles will have maybe their own book clubs. That for me is just mind-boggling as well. Why would you purchase a book about someone you don't like? I always find that so interesting. But the sales reflect the interest that is so global. And we're gonna get to know about very moving moments. And the fact that he is willing to just, pull back the curtains and let us in into very moving moments in his life. And, it is interesting in the release, the press release, they said that it would take us back to the most, quote, searing images of the 20th century. 2 young boys, 2 princes walking behind their mother's coffin as the world watched in sorrow and horror as Diana, the Princess of Wales, was laid to rest. And they have promised that for those wondering what they may have been thinking and feeling, we'll possibly get to know much more about what he thought about that moment. And just look at this image right here. Just look at a young Prince Harry. It's interesting that the title of the book, once again, is Spare. I remember a lot of the commentary surrounding, Prince Harry and his brother has always more so focused on William, him being the heir, and, Prince Harry being the spare. And I think that his own mother spoke to that as well, knowing that she didn't want Prince Harry sidelined or overlooked while, all the good things went to his older brother, seeing that he would be an heir. So it's just interesting how things have worked themselves out. When you think about that whole title, Spare, for those of you who do not know, it's just a reference that the Duke of Sussex lived with while he was growing up. He was, quote, the spare heir, the second child of royal parents, with a duty to step in for his elder brother, but unlikely to ever take the throne. That quote of that word spare, it has a lot of baggage with it. So taking, for example, someone like Princess Margaret and the fact that she did not have a clearly defined role, and a lot of the focus being on her older sister, or if example, say Andrew, you can see that as their place in the line of succession slipped further and further down following subsequent royal births, that undefined role became more and more amorphous. And I think Prince Harry, in stepping away from all of that, he's saved himself, and in a way, he's showing other members of that family who have been labeled the word, quote, spare, how to carve a path forward for themselves. Because, of course, the expectation of a, quote, spare is one who is, as I say, just a stand-in, but they're not supposed to have a defined path for themselves. And how can one expect anyone to live like that and not to have their own purpose for themselves, and not also be able to walk out that purpose according to their own plan or their own timing of it as well, always having to check in to make sure that they can do something that won't in any way deflect attention from the heirs. That's just so unreasonable as well. So I think in a way, Prince Harry's book is also like a way forward for other members of the royal family who would be born in that second place to understand that they too can, they can have a destiny of their own that doesn't have to go through so much, shall I say, red tape of the institution. Because, I've seen a lot of people who commented when Meghan came on the scene and how that would reflect on those who are the heirs and those who are up in the line of succession. And it always stands out to me that when Meghan spoke and said that she and Prince Harry wanted to hit the ground running, a commentator answered and said, hit the ground running where? So it was kind of to tell them they had to know their place and not to try and outdo those who are above them in the line of succession. And how do you say that to someone like Meghan, who has had her own career, someone who has she's worked from, I think, the time she was a teen. You couldn't expect someone, especially like Meghan, who wasn't born into that institution, who is a worker amongst workers, as she's defined herself. Someone who does not just show up to cut ribbons. She wanted to get on the ground. And you tell someone like that to slow down, in effect. And Prince Harry as well, in a way that they should not overshadow those who were above them in the line of succession. And this book will probably help a lot of those, quote, spares to find a path for themselves, because if the royal family don't learn to adapt, then how will they go forward, So I'm so excited about this book. Prince Harry, congratulations yet again. Now he has a bestseller. I'm so excited about this. And of course, they said that he has donated $1.5 million to Santa Vale. He has also given £300,000 to Well Child, which he has been a royal patron of for 15 years. So he's also looking for a way to give back. And of course, still some people talking about how he should just give it all away. How is he supposed to support himself? He is no longer on a taxpayer's dime kind of package. He has to provide for his family. So also that kind of commentary as well has no place. And by the way, I'm not sure a lot of you know this. The cover of his book was shot as well by Ramona Rosales, the same photographer who also took Meghan's cover for her variety shoot. So yeah, that's cool as well. And I love how she captured Prince Harry. I love how she captured the laid-back personality that he has, but yet there's something so intense about the gaze. I love it. So much to look forward to. Really looking forward to Prince Harry sharing with us about the formative years of his life. And also looking forward to him talking about his journey, as he said, him sharing it with us in his own words and with his own voice. And also, let me ask a couple of you, how many of you will be listening to the audio version narrated by the Duke of Sussex? I want to know that because, as I said before, listening to him and getting to hear his inflection, his tone of voice, and how he himself will be sharing his own life, I think that will be so powerful as well. So get ready to grab some tissues for that as well, right? So let me know that in the comment section. So as I said before, a lot to look forward to. I'm truly proud of the Duke of Sussex. And who knows, perhaps there will be a book tour, maybe a book signing. And if there is, we'll get those updates at princeharrymemoir.com. So share all your hype for this in the comment section. And once again, congratulations to the Duke of Sussex for Spare being a #1 bestseller. So thank you all for listening to me, and now share your excitement for this book and news in the comment section below. And now a special thank you to those who support this channel, to my Patreon, PayPal, and membership supporters. I would like to say thank you, and a special shout out right now to a couple of you. Thank you to Verbena New Year. Thank you for your love and support in your giving. Thank you so much to you, Magdalene Jano Baptiste. Thank you for choosing to support this channel through membership here. It truly means so much to me. Thank you and God bless. And thank you right now to you, Ray Raquel. Thank you so much for your love and giving. I am so moved by your generosity, and I say God bless you. And a special thank you to those who gave during the last live. Thank you to Black Queen. Thank you for your giving. Thank you for your super chats. And thank you as well for sharing that you would be purchasing your own copy of the memoir. Thank you, by the way, for all who took part in the chat. I appreciate you so much. And as well to Lydia Washington, who is one of the channel moderators here. Thank you for all your hype and excitement. And once again, leave your thoughts on all this news below. I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.